Welcome back, Cubs. I'm Direwolf, and this is Foxy.
Hi everyone, it's Foxy here again, and I'm here to help Direwolf destroy yet another special kind of snowflake.
And we're going to do a quick response video to Violet Beauregard, who says that women should not take any precautions to protect themselves.
So pretty much this blue-haired snowflake has zero common sense. Well, actually, I don't think she has any intelligence whatsoever. Also, I wanted to give a heads up. Every time that we play one of her clips in this video, you may experience intense headaches and bouts of what the fuck. So you have been warned.
Hey there, lovely people.
I wish I could return the compliment, but it looks as though you've just finished eating the entire Smurf village. You monster! Now they'll never find the hidden village.
A commenter on my street harassment video said that women should take precautions to avoid getting harassed.
It sounds like you have a very smart commenter there, because if you know you don't like being harassed, and you know that sometimes people harass, then it would make sense to make precautions to avoid being harassed and to deal with the harassment when it happens. And anyone who's opposed to this is opposed to the safety and independence of women.
Yeah, I don't think Miss Blueberry has ever experienced any kind of street harassment. Hell, I think they would be too afraid that she would sit on them. Telling women they shouldn't have to defend themselves does take away our independence and puts us in danger. Now, I don't know about other women, but I sure as hell don't want to make it easy for someone to turn me into a victim. It ain't gonna happen. I refuse to be a frickin' victim, and I teach Mini Fox the same thing. Don't be a victim. Don't be a dummy. Protect yourself. It's not that hard.
Now, firstly, this is a prime example of victim blaming.
No, you retarded blue snow cone. Just telling women to use good common sense to ensure their own safety is not victim blaming. What you're doing is advocating for victim creating. You fucking idiot.
It is not victim blaming to suggest to someone that they take precautions to avoid becoming a victim. It's victim preventing.
I mean, you're telling people to do certain things to avoid getting attacked.
Apparently Violet Beauregard here does not understand the difference between threatening to harass or rape someone if they don't do what you ask them to do, and someone saying they should take reasonable precautions to prevent themselves from ever being in a situation where they might be harassed or raped. They're not threatening you, they're just accepting the fact that the world is a dangerous place and suggesting that you not make yourself an easy victim.
This world is a very dangerous place, and it's delusional to think that it'll ever change. All women and men should learn how to protect themselves from the evil scum that infect this world.
As if being attacked is some natural occurrence and is bound to happen unless you do something about it.
Well, evil people doing evil things is a natural occurrence. And if you don't prepare yourself, and if you knowingly put yourself in situations where you might come across those evil people, well then yes, that will happen. And sure, if you get hammered blackout drunk at 2 a.m. and walk down a dark alley in Detroit, you might get raped, and it won't be your fault that you got raped. It would have been the rapist's fault for raping you. However, if you had made different decisions and you had taken some precautions, the outcome would have been different. And you know what? It's not sexist for someone to see that happening to someone else and saying, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't do that because we don't want that to happen to us as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course attacks are a natural occurrence. We will never get rid of the bad people in this world. So the good people need to learn how to adapt and overcome. And learning to defend yourself is a good way to do just that. And I don't want to be attacked or harmed, so I'm going to carry a form of protection with me. This chick is really getting on my last damn nerve. I think she really does believe that the world will be 100% safe one day. I want the drugs that she's on.
Which it isn't. It's scumbags attacking people. So telling women to take precautions is almost the same as asking a rape victim what they were wearing or if they were drunk.
It's not like that at all. It's like telling the military guy that he should wear his helmet and his flak jacket so if we get attacked, that the bullet might not go through his chest. It's like telling the police officer that maybe he should bring his gun, his baton, and his armor so that if he comes across a criminal, he might be able to defend himself. It's like telling a motorcyclist that he should wear his helmet in case he gets into a wreck. It's not blaming the motorcyclist for getting into a wreck. It's telling the motorcyclist it would be wise to be prepared for the eventuality that he might get into a wreck. It's like telling the military guy, you know what, it is wise to wear your helmet in case we are attacked. It's like telling a police officer it's wise to bring your badge, your gun, your baton, and your armor in case you need to use them. It's not blaming them. When I bought my wife a gun, I didn't buy it thinking, oh, it's your fault that you might get raped someday. It's your fault that you are in that situation. No, I'm saying, you know what? People are assholes. People are evil in the world, and just in case one of those evil people comes across my wife, she's going to be able to blow their brains out.
Hang on, I gotta take care of something real quick. This fucking chick is going to drive me insane. How the hell did she come to this conclusion? Telling women to take precautions is like asking rape victims what they were wearing. What the fuck? How did she come to that? Seriously, god damn it.
It doesn't matter. You shouldn't have to take precautions to avoid getting attacked.
Violet, that is terrible advice. You should never tell anyone they shouldn't take precautions to ensure their own safety. You can't just say that rapists should stop raping people because you can't stop bad people from doing bad things. All you can do is change your own precautions that you take. And this doesn't just pertain to women avoiding being harassed and raped in the streets. This applies to everything you do in life that has inherent risks. Wearing your seatbelt when you drive is a precaution that most people take, not because if you don't wear your seatbelt you will get in a wreck and you will get harmed, but because there's a chance you might get in a car wreck, so you wear a seatbelt to protect you in that incident.
I would add just one more example to your list there, Wolf. Wearing protection to prevent pregnancy. But I don't think Miss Blueberry here has much to worry about that in that particular department. But seriously though, she really doesn't have an understanding of how the world actually works. You should always take precautions to protect yourself.
It's a fucking awful mindset to have.
It is a realistic mindset to have. It is a mindset based on self-preservation. A mindset that views the world and the risks in life how they actually are, not how you wish they were, by choosing to mitigate and reduce these risks through preventative measures.
I think we should have her fill out a risk assessment form to help her realize that there's risk in everything that we do. And it's just good common sense to take the steps necessary to reduce or eliminate those risks.
Women already take so many precautions to avoid getting harassed. So telling them to take precautions is a null comment. We shouldn't have to, but it's kind of necessary now.
And we wouldn't have to if we lived in some sort of perfect fantasy world, but we don't. Taking precautions is a necessary part of everyone's lives, not just women. In fact, men are far more likely to be the victims of violent crime. Everyone needs to take precautions to protect their own safety, which is something I think Violet must understand, because even though it sounds like she's saying that women should not take precautions, she goes on to explain some of the precautions that she takes. But she maintains that women should not have to take those precautions to be safe. That suggesting this to a woman is some sort of bigotry. It's not. It's common sense.
So she takes precautions to protect herself, yet she says that they shouldn't have to. In what world are there no bad guys? You can't change the nature of human beings, so we are never going to be free of the dangerous shitbags. All I'm getting from her is that she's just a lazy old cunt. She wants everyone else to change and all the bad people to go away or become good people just so that she doesn't have to take that extra effort to actually protect herself. Fucking A. Lazy fuck.
If you're someone who says that women wouldn't get harassed if they took these precautions and more, then you're a crappy person.
It doesn't matter how many precautions you're currently taking. It's the one precaution that you're not taking that would save your life is the one you probably want me to tell you about, but you just told me you don't want me to mansplain it to you, so I guess you'd rather get hurt than listen to the advice of a man.
How about I womansplain this, because apparently I have more authority than Wolf because I don't have a dick. Blueberry, you're a fucking moron. Women should always take precautions to protect themselves, and I'm all for women carrying a firearm. If you put a would-be rapist down, then guess what? You just permanently stopped a bad guy from harming you or any other woman. Oh my god, that's mind-blowing. She wants a world free of bad people so women don't have to protect themselves anymore. Well, exterminating those bad people when they try to harm you or others is a good start. I'm all about self-defense, and my time in the military has taught me that when you do have to defend yourself, you make sure the attacker can never get up again. It's called double tap.
You really are. because not only does it negate all the ways that we already take precaution.
It doesn't negate anything, Snowflake. New information does not negate old information. If I was wearing my helmet and I'm then told to wear my flak vest also, it doesn't mean I don't get credit for wearing my helmet, or that I don't need to wear my helmet anymore, or that my helmet doesn't matter. I need to wear my helmet and my flak vest because I need both to be safe.
You can never take too many precautions, in my opinion. Oppressive hubby is my precaution when he and I are out and about. But when he's not with me, I have a concealed carry. If I have to go in a building that does not allow firearms, I have a knife. I also know combatives in case I don't have my knife or my firearm. Is this too much? Should I be offended when someone gives me advice on something else that I could do? Like making sure that I have good situational awareness? Or not to talk to that person that's acting shady? Fuck no! I'm not offended. They care about my safety and I appreciate the advice that they give me. Unlike Miss Blueberry Hair, who would probably have a hissy fit and be triggered by it. Even though I think her looks and that blue hair of hers is enough to keep men away. I don't think she has anything to be afraid of.
It also implies that women who don't take these precautions deserve to get raped or harassed.
Here we go again.
If the construction worker does not wear his helmet, does he deserve to have his head crushed by a metal beam? If a soldier's not wearing his body armor, does he deserve to be shot in the chest? If a motorcyclist is not wearing his helmet, does he deserve to have his head crushed in a wreck? Of course not. No one would say that any of these people deserve to have any of these horrible things happen to them just because they failed to take the precaution that might have saved their lives. Just like no one thinks a woman deserves to be raped just because she didn't take every precaution to prevent herself from being raped. But if people see those things happen and learn from their mistakes and say, hey, maybe we should have done things differently, and when they talk to someone else and say, hey, you should take precautions to make sure these things don't happen to you, they're not blaming the victim. They're giving you advice because they don't want those things to happen to you. They're not threatening you. They're saying, this thing has happened in the past, and this might have prevented that from happening. So this is my advice to you to prevent it from happening to you, because this person cares about you and doesn't want this thing to happen to you. So it is moronic to attack someone who's offering you a precaution to help keep you safe, and it is dangerous to suggest to women that they should not have to take those precautions based on your twisted feminist principles. And on that note, I've had enough blueberry for a lifetime. Thank you very much, Foxy.
You're very welcome, Dire Wolf. Sorry about the blueberry headache this might have caused you, but it's an important topic in my opinion because we need to counterattack that toxic message that this particular snowflake is sending out to her viewers. Her idiotic opinion that women shouldn't have to take precautions to protect themselves is eventually going to get women killed. We're never going to live in a fairy tale land where everything is safe and sound and there are no bad guys to bother us or harass us. It's never going to exist. So why don't we do the common sense thing, learn how to fire a gun and have a concealed carry weapon, or learn combatives, or have pepper spray, or there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. Just do it and stop whining like a little bitty bitch, for Christ's sake.
Cubs, please check out Foxy's channel. She does great content. Thank you very much for watching. Direwolf out.